Hey everyone, welcome to Silver Linings. So before I get into the makeup application, I want to answer a question that I received this week. Do I use primer under my foundation? And the quick answer is no, I don't. The reason I don't is because I have found, everyone, that as our skin matures, the less we put on it and the more skillfully we apply it, the better off we are. I tried using primers several times, beautiful, high quality primers, and I just didn't like the effect. So I have found that the best thing is get the best concealer and or foundation that you can, and then go from there. Okay, so with that, let's get started. First step, of course, is to start with a perfectly clean canvas. To cleanse my skin, I use Purity Facial Cleanser. I've been using it for years. My skin is very dry. It helps to clean my skin without stripping my skin. And I will share with you, I've said this in another video, I used to get these very kind of patchy, flaky things all around my nose, sometimes up on my forehead, above my eyebrows. And I can honestly say it really is the purity that's made the difference, because other than that, pretty much my routine has stayed the same. After I cleanse my skin, then I'll use the Neutrogena Hydro Boost. Now, I did get this at Costco. After the Neutrogena Hydro Boost, say that fast, I use this wonderful product, Skin Divine Elixir Luminous Facial Oil. I love this, and it has made a big difference in the luminosity of my skin, in the moisture level of my skin, and just how easily my foundation goes on. So, cleanse with Purity, followed by Neutrogena or any quality moisturizer. But the big game changer is the skin oil. All right, so now that the skin is prepared, and I let that all dry for about 20 minutes or so before I apply the foundation. So the very first thing that I do, and I'm only using 7 or 8 things here on my face, maybe even 6. I didn't count them, but very quick makeup routine. I find that primers that are made specifically for the eye, like Urban Decay, Morph, they just don't work for me. So what I use now is Bye Bye Under Eye, and I just will use that on my eyelid as well if I need it under the eye. I will also use it for a concealer. So this is triple duty here. Lasts a long time. I've had this tube at least a couple of years, and you only need a teeny tiny bit. So I'm just going to put a tiny bit, I mean tiny, on my finger, rub the pinkies together, and then I'm just going to set it right, pop it right in the middle on top of the eyeball, and just stipple it in, press it in, press, stipple, press. I'm not going to bring it all the way up to my eyebrows. You'll see why a little bit later. But just get it in there. I will bring it into the corners of my eye because there's usually some darkness there. And then I'm going to take a brush like this, any straight edge brush that you have, and then I'm just going to press that in, press it into the corners, press it down into the base of the lashes, press. Don't pull, just press, because I'm concerned if you pull it, you're going to move it. So just press it in, press it into the corner, and you're done with that. Okay, now I said that I was going to use it on my cheeks because you can see I have rosacea going on. I'll do a close-up when I edit this. Just going to pop it into the middle of the apple of my cheek. And same thing with the other side. Just cover those veins. Need a little bit more over here. The combination of the concealer and my foundation will take care of these veins. I'll also put it anywhere that I have some redness and on my nose. So whatever the excess is on my fingertips from doing my cheeks, I will use it. Just pop it on the top of my nose. Again, the foundation over this is going to take care of that. And just any place that I have a little bit of redness. So now you can see that's step one. The veins on my left side for some reason are more prominent than the ones on my right. Not sure why that is. So I'll always use a little bit more there. Just put a very thin coat on. You can always add more, but it's kind of a pain to take things off, right? All right, so now that's on. And then I am looking a little dark under my eyes today. I'm very tired. You probably can hear it in my voice. Haven't been sleeping well. Still dealing with the pain, but we're here. Okay, so make sure that is stippled in, or push it right into your pores. Okay, so the concealer is on. And then the next thing I do is my eyes, because we're going to have fallout from anything we put on our eyes, so I just find it's a little bit easier if I get the eyes done and then I'll do my foundation. Okay, so then the next thing I'll do is I'll line my eyes, and today I have several things I use, but today I'm using the e.l.f. This is No Budge retractable eyeliner. I love retractable eyeliners. I don't like having to sharpen an eyeliner pencil. Okay, so we're just going to start on the top, and I'm going to start in the middle and work my way out to the edge. Get as close to your lashes as you can. And just going up a tiny little bit on the end. So there's the right one. Here's the left one. It's very dark, but it's not going to stay dark. I'm going to soften it a little bit more on the edge. Now we're going to do underneath. I am not going to tight line for everyday look. I'll just put it on the lower lid. Okay, so now we have to soften all of that. I've tried brown. I've tried chocolate brown. I don't like it. My eyes don't have enough definition. So now I'm going to take this brush here, angled brush, and I'm going to come right on top of that line and push again, stipple it in. Try to get as close to the bottom, to the lashes as you can. Same thing with the bottom. Sometimes it helps to just pull the skin gently. Don't go like that, but just gently pull the skin back a little bit. The brush is a great tool. And then I take the angle of the brush and I come right up here. So that's my first attempt at the smudge. Now, I also have a wonderful brush that my sister, who is an artist, told me about. Beautiful edge on that brush. And then I'm just we're going to make this a little thinner. Come right up there. Just having a little bit of an illusion of going up. We're not looking for wings. Too old to do wings. I mean, if you've got perfect skin and, all that, you don't have droopy eyelids, you probably could get away with a wing, but same thing with the bottom. Okay. And then we'll do the other side. For some reason, my right eye is always harder to do than the left eye. Keep the angle up toward the edge. And now we'll do underneath, meet that edge, just ever so lightly. And just look to make sure that they kind of look the same. And it looks like this one is not as dark as this one, right? So I'm going to put a little bit more there. And then you're going to resmudge. Push in. Okay. Now once that's done, I want to just thin out that line on the bottom. I'm going to take care of the top, but on the bottom, I'm just going to take a Q-tip dipped in water and just come right up under and just keep going in the upward direction. So just want to thin that line. I don't want to have such a heavy, harsh look under my eyes. We don't want harsh. Q-tips are our friends. Okay, so that's a little bit better. And now I'm going to take some eyeshadow. I'm using the Tartelette eyeshadow palette. You can see it's well used. I use the dark a lot. Need a new one. And so then we're going to take this brush. This brush came with this palette and I love it. I think that I will use this one right there. So just load up your brush, touch, and press in. You shouldn't have too much fallout when you do it this way. Just touch it and on 2 coats. And that will help to set the concealer that's on your eye. I usually don't have any problem with the concealer melting or, those kinds of problems during the day if I do this. So again, so now I've got the eyeshadow on my lid. And now I'd like to take a darker color, and I will use this brush, the same brush that I used to smudge. And I think I'll go in with my darkest color here. Be very strategic where you place this. Look for that crease, and I pop it right in there, right underneath the orbital bone. Not too much, and just press it in. Look at how that eye just pops wide open, right? Same thing on the other side. Place and press underneath the orbital bone. Okay, so now that's on, and now I'm going to take my blending brush, the other side of the same brush, and I'm just going to push in. Don't do the windshield wiper thing, just press it in and then gently blend it. It's more of a rolling kind of a gesture than anything. The brush will do the work. Maybe pull your skin a little tiny bit. Don't do that. Don't go like that. Just very gently pull the skin back. Other side. Just look in your mirror if you feel like you need to do a little bit more blending. Wipe off the brush and do it again. Truly, these brushes are designed to do all the work. Okay, so now we've got some definition there. And I think that's all I'm going to do, because again, this is an everyday look, isn't it? All right, so now we're going to do mascara. Eyes are lined underneath, up above. Before I stop, I think I am going to do one more thing. Yeah, I think I like that one better. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to do the eyelashes. I recommend using a Shiseido eye curler. All right, so that's done. Eyelashes are curled. And then, don't laugh, but I like Great Lash by Maybelline. I've used many, many other ones, but I still always come back to Great Lash. And it's not waterproof. All right, so you're just going to come up and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle at the base of your lashes. And once I get my mascara on, then I can decide if I want to have any more eyeshadow. Do most of your work on the outer third of the lashes. You notice my eyes are closed. Once I get the base done, I just close my eyes and I keep moving them. And I've actually, I don't know if you can't see this, but I've got my mirror tilted almost right up to the ceiling so I can see underneath the lash. Open wide. I find that the lashes take the most time, and I don't like clumpy lashes. So there's the one. Let's do the other. Hold it and wiggle. Get at the base. Hold it and wiggle. I don't do the lower lashes. I only do the upper lashes. Now this one's got a little bit too much dark on it, so I'm going in with that lighter color, and I'm just the powder, and I'm just going to go over the edge. Close enough. Okay, so now the mascara is on, and so we'll put the foundation on. The foundation that I use, you can tell it's well used, is from IT Cosmetics CC Color Correcting Full Coverage Cream. Sometimes, depending on the day, it will cover my veins, and sometimes it won't. Sometimes I need a little bit more help, which is why I used the Bye Bye Under Eye. And the Bye Bye Under Eye works, it really does work well. So why have 3 different products if one will do the trick, right? Okay, so I'm going to put just a little bit of this on. I mean, you need such a tiny bit. That's pretty much all I use. Just pop it right on top of the vein. That's the first, because I could still see that vein popping through. And the other one, pop it right on top of the vein. And then I'll just kind of dot the rest around. Push it in with your fingertip. Now you could see the glow that's on my skin. That's coming from from the skin being very, very well prepared with moisture. The more moisture you have in your skin, oh, the better it is all the way around for any product that you're going to put on your skin. So, and then I'll just take whatever's up underneath near the under eye and just blend it, blend the edges out. You'll notice I didn't put it all over here. I just feather it in. I try not to use too much. I try to let as much of my skin breathe as possible. And then I'm going to take this brush here and just work at the edges. Work with the direction the skin grows. If you look really closely, you could see that you want to use those upwards or downward strokes. You don't want to be coming across like this, okay? And then stipple it into my chin. I'm going to cut, because there's a lot. It doesn't look like there's a lot, but there's really a lot. A little goes a long way. So just blend. Now you know why I don't put it all over my face, because what's left on the brush, I will use on the rest of my skin. Go around the edges of my lips. Make sure anything redness is taken care of around the nose. Okay, nose is still looking a little bit red, so I'm going to use a little bit darker shade. I use 2 colors of IT Cosmetics Correcting Cream. I use a medium light beige, and then I use another color. What's this color? This is light, and then I use another one, light beige. So the one I put on my cheeks was the light beige. This one is light. Okay, and now I'm going to go back in and just blend that a little bit more. Now, if you look really closely, I'm not sure if the camera will pick it up, but there's a tiny little red vein still showing through there, so I need a little bit more help. Just go slow, see what you need. You can always put layers. Good quality cosmetics are buildable without looking cakey. And I can tell today's going to be one of those days when those veins are just going to be high. We're here. We're front and center. Usually it happens if I'm tired, and I'm tired today. Okay, so I think that's it. Next step we'll do is blush. Now I use a cream blush, and it is from a company called RCMA. I'll link everything below if I have it. Some things I have are in my Amazon store. Some things are not, but at least you know what I'm using. Okay, so now you're going to look for the apple of your cheek, and you're going to go right up there. Use the apple as your guide. Try to stay away from your nose, because by the time you blend it, you're going to be coming over a little bit here. So just some definition there, tiny little bit. You know, I heard Mary Kay Ash say one time, if your skin is good, you could pretty much put anything on it and make it look good. And I think that's probably true. I think the most important thing is to take good care of your skin. Okay, so we have to have a little bit more. Can always add more, right? You can always add more. And I'll put a little bit, whatever's left on my fingertips, I'll put right up there, which usually we don't see, especially if we have a wig on. But okay, so now we're going to blend. I use this brush. Again, it's by It Cosmetics. Got 2 ends on it. This end here, I'll usually use if I need to do anything around my nose, but I will take it and just blend the edge. Take the other end and come up underneath the cheekbone, straight up toward the ceiling. Use the brush's edges. Same thing other side. Up, 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 up. Very light. Don't push and drag. Very light, feathery strokes. Up here I will push and drag. Still looking like I need a little bit of color, but I think that's just because my hair is all pulled back. I'm all white. My hair is white. Okay, so that's that. I want to do a tiny little bit more work with that great brush just at the edges of my eye. Get a little bit more definition up. So I'm going to take one of my darker colors, tap it very gently, and then I'm going to start at the corner of my bottom lid and go up. There's the angle. But it makes a subtle difference, but I think it does make a difference. Same thing on the other side, just very, very subtle. Clean off your brush and just thin it out. Thin out the edges. Okay, I need a little bit more on the other side. I don't know about you, but with me, one side is always easier than the other side to do, and usually it's the left side is easier for me. Clean up anything you have to. Try to blend that line so you know you don't see a line per se. Okay, very last thing I'll do with those eyes. One more time, I'm going to go in with this brush, and I'm going to take my light color here, load up the brush, and now I'm coming right here. Again, you have to kind of finish everything to see what more you need. Other side. Okay, foundation is on, blush is on. Lips, today I'm using Neutrogena Hydro Boost for some color. So you know I'm going to have a white wig on. I love lip gloss because you can be very discreet in a restaurant, especially if it's a pale lip gloss and you just put it on. You still have some color. I also can see I need a little bit more blending here. So let's blend that. Let's blend this a little bit. That's it. Okay, so makeup is on. The Jean Renault wig is L, the one that I have on my head right now, one of my absolute favorite wigs. Coming up right here. Click there. Remember to always look for the silver linings. They're still there. Bye-bye. See you next time.